Our nation as a whole is currently questioning itself in order to discover and redefine who we are as a nation, what we believe in, and what needs to change. Dominance of one racial or religious group over another, concern over environmental issues, economic and social issues, all create divisions among us. Artists frequently bring these issues to the attention of the public. The Social Commentary and Art Project grew out of a workshop that was organized by Bob Baranchik, a St. Petersburg artist. His Art Not Hate workshop in 2010 helped us to begin the dialogue with our students. The young students had to ask themselves, what issues do I care about? Can one person really make a difference? And can I actually persuade others to take positive action through my artwork? These are the creations of our sixth graders.
Global warming is a serious crisis for the world. Every day, the North and South poles are melting away from ice and snow. Polar bears are becoming endangered because their homes are being melted away. In 50 years, 2/3 of the population will be gone. It inspired me to do this because I love to help and save animals. In my project, I will have one mother polar bear sitting on the edge of some ice and snow. Next to the polar bear, a piece of ice broke off with its cub on it floating away into the ocean. To make this, I will, out of clay, form a baby and mother polar bear. Then I will get a piece of cardboard for the base and paint it blue and put cotton balls on it for snow. And then I will have the baby polar bear drifting on a separate piece of cotton balls into the ocean. On April 20th, 2010, a BP boat caused a major oil spill 50 miles off the coast of Louisiana in the Gulf of Mexico. A lot of fish, mammals, and plants underwater died because of this tragic event. People all over the United States were, and still, trying to help cleanse the water so that other animals and plants could live. Businesses were affected for Louisiana because of the oil spill. People canceled their cruises, vacations, and seafood businesses were majorly affected, for they could not get clean fish for restaurants. Boats could not go across the Gulf of Mexico because it was that bad. This is important for everyone to notice so that we can take care of the planet we live on. I think this topic is a chance for everyone to take notice that they can still help.
The oil spill started in the Gulf of Mexico and eventually made its way to Florida. When I heard the news, I was shocked. I was worried about the wildlife in the Gulf. On the news, I saw people scrubbing oil from birds. Unfortunately, they couldn't save all of the birds. This is an important issue because it affects people and animals. It affects people because it affects tourism. It affects tourism because people have hotels, restaurants, and stores on the beach. It affects animals because the oil could kill the fish. It could also kill birds, dolphins, and manatees. When people look at my art, I hope for them to see how the oil could affect so many people and animals. I also hope people will see that the oil spill is a very serious thing. The oil spill made me sad. My family and I were worried about the health of the animals. We were also upset that we couldn't go to some beaches.
If you try to be someone else, you will lose what was special about you. Many people think that they don't feel confident in themselves and try to cover their face up with makeup. People then start to act like celebrities and lose themselves. If everybody mimics celebrities with makeup, then everybody will be a fake person, someone who is not themselves. I got my idea from a video on YouTube that my friend showed to me. It is called Doll Face. The video showed a cartoon robot with a human face. For my project, I took a mask and put broken pieces of mirror on half the mask, and on the other half, I painted lipstick, eyeliner, and false eyelashes. So that way, if someone looked at the mask, then they see half their face broken and half their face with makeup. I think this is an important issue for several reasons.
1. Teenagers everywhere are being treated badly because they're different. 2. These people haven't begun to live their life yet. They never got to experience the new and exciting things that the future brings. Lastly, the teenagers who committed suicide never had help. No one had reached out to them before they had taken their life. When people look at my project, I hope they see how large bullying affects lives. I got this idea from the quote, "Just a dove and a flock of pigeons." The tree in my project is symbolizing home. Everyone has their own home, but each home is connected in some way, whether it be made of the same material or it is the same form of building, such as an apartment, duplex, etc. There are 3 species of bird in the tree: redbird, a green bird, and unhatched eggs. The redbirds symbolize the people who bully and the people who do nothing about the bullying. The green bird represents the teenager who committed suicide. The eggs represent the future and how I can put a stop to this issue or let it continue.
One of our country's main problems is drunk driving. About 256 people die in drunk driving car accidents a year. In order to stop this problem, we must not drive drunk. One of the reasons this affects me is it makes me and my family late to wherever we are going. And it makes me wonder how the accident happened, and if there were punishments, what were they? A few ways we can stop this problem are if there is a buzzed or drunk person, maybe they could walk home or just stay where they are. They could also simply just not get drunk. Or they could let a designated driver drive them to wherever they needed to go, while the person who has had alcohol sat in the back of the vehicle. So let's all try to make the world a better place and try to prevent drunk driving.
I believe texting and driving is a big situation and needs to be corrected. The use of cell phones have become very high since the world is using a lot more technology. People don't call anymore. It's all texting. This uses 2 hands. People should be paying attention to the road, not their phones. When people text and drive, they are not paying attention to the road. This causes accidents and a lot of damage. If they didn't text, this would not happen. Handheld cell phones in 8 states, California, Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, New York, Oregon, and Washington, prohibit all drivers from using cell phones while driving. In 2007, 16 and 17-year-old drivers using their phones resulted in 1,000 crashes. More than 1,000 cell phones are activated each minute. These are big numbers and can be lowered if people stop texting.
There are some kids around the world that don't get to choose what they want to eat. This makes me very sad. I would take some of our food to the Salvation Army and donate to kids who need to eat. I would start a food drive in my community. I would also make flyers about it to raise awareness. To add to these ideas, I would ask supermarkets if they could donate food. Then I would take the food to a Salvation Army building. My art project will use Playmobil people and accessories to create a 3D picture of the inside of a Salvation Army building. I want my idea to really stand out. A 2D picture won't stand out as well as a 3D one. This project will make people aware of this problem and help solve this issue. I want people to feel happy that someone cares about many hungry kids.
Hate is a very strong word. Many people may hate one another for no reason. Some may hate because of religion or maybe because someone did something wrong. No matter what the reason is, it makes me feel upset to even think about why someone would absolutely hate someone else. I don't think it's right to hate. I think all people should be kind and respect each other. The Holocaust is an example of hatred and why people should not hate someone just because they are different. All throughout history, the Jews were blamed many times. They were also kicked out of many countries because they were Jewish. Many people didn't like the Jews simply because they were Jewish. There are good and bad among all groups and types of people, and one should not judge a whole group. People also may have more similarities than they think. Time should be taken to get to know individuals and to appreciate one another. Only then will there be less hate in the world.
Many years ago, in the early 1900s, a horrible thing began in Germany. A man named Adolf Hitler wanted to kill anyone who wasn't like him. He believed that anyone who was different than him should die. Many people believed him. He and his army set up gas chambers, pits, and concentration camps, hoping to kill everyone who came. 6 million people died from diseases, starvation, and murder. This was known as the Holocaust. The reason for why I had chosen this topic is because I believe that the Holocaust is something that everyone should care about. It's not just Jews who got killed. It was also homosexuals, disabled, mental, races, and religions. That time was so scary for everyone because anyone could have died at any moment. Hearing about the Holocaust makes me feel sad because many people died or lost someone special to them. When people see my project, I want them to understand the hate and how people acted towards different people. I want them to feel the pain of the Holocaust and understand.
I chose racism because I find it ridiculous that people despise other people because of their race. Skin color seems to be a huge deal to some people. On my project, I made the main part different skin colors and a silver high. On the sides, I made stick figures with different color skins, and I put on the back part poems about racism, and I made the letters different color skins. For the front part of my project, I made different color skins. I made the colors blend together when I changed the skin color. I blended the colors together because we all should hold hands and be one world. And not care about skin colors. I also put on the Hebrew word Chai, which translates to life in English. I painted it in silver because all of our lives would shine with beauty and joy, no matter what our race. On the sides, I made stick figures with different color skins, representing that people we are different and we all have different skin colors. I made the stick figures different shapes and sizes because everyone is different shapes and sizes. Because some people are tall, some people are fat, skinny, and short. No matter what we look like, we should all be treated the same. I also put in racism poems. I hope this project inspires you to do the right thing when you see people being racist.